Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here and welcome back to another episode on the YouTube channel. In today's video, it is a survival party. That is correct. In this 4-2-3-1, we have gone monstrous and we have got enough points on the board that I'm telling you right now, there's a handful of games to go. We are going to be safe in the Premier League. I know it's been a close run thing and a lot of times this season we've lost the teams below us, but the 4-2-3-1 has come out on top late doors and we have been amazing. We've just beaten Brighton 3-1. I'm going to show you what that means for the league table right now. And at the same time, Everton has just lost another game to Chelsea, which means unless the teams below us go on a massive winning streak and we lose every game from now to the end of the season, which may happen, could happen, I don't think we're going to get relegated. So the game that we're meant to give you today against West Ham, as said previous episode, is going to be more than likely Bournemouth on the final day. Very happy with the boys and the way they've played just then in the 4-2-3-1. We have a look at the stats there. Giving away a little bit of the ball, but we did score 3 goals. We're going to give you the goals of this game here very, very quickly. But as you can see, that puts us on 14 points and 34 points. Last year needed over 30 points to get there. Yes, we lost to Forest this season. Yes, we've lost to Fulham. Yes, we've lost to Everton. Yes, we've lost to Wolves. Yes, we've lost to Leeds. Yes, we've lost to Stoke. Yes, we have lost to all the teams below us. But what we have done is put together a run of form towards the end of the season that has seen us get into a really good spot. I will say that it's very likely we probably finish 16th or 17th because Stoke and Leeds and Leicester all have a better run home than us, but I just don't see a world where Wolves and Everton catch us now, considering Everton have only got 4 games left to play and haven't won many games of football. I think we can tell ourselves that we are home and hosed. I'm going to get straight into the schedule here to show you what's happened. Obviously, you guys know after the episode that was episode 27 where we lost all these games and I was getting frustrated, we moved into the 4-2-3-1 and have a look at that run of form to get safety, boys. We beat Spurs, Stoke, Leicester and Forest have all been drawn, so that's 6 points there in those games there. You guys saw the Nottingham Forest game where we came back in. Against Brentford, we did something that I'm going to touch on in a second, and against Brighton, we just scored. So against Brentford, we did this. We were 2-0 down and we went to this system, a positive base 4-2-3-1, which I'm going to build into for next season. And it plays like that, still being on a bit more discipline because we're not that good, and playing a little bit higher line. And this is what happened against Brentford after being 2-0 down. We made this change in the 40th minute, right before halftime. We scored, was from a set piece, but we dominated the second half of this game, and I think that this will be the tactic we're going to go moving forward. I know we played a lot in the diamond. I know we talked about the 3-4-3, but I reckon moving forward, this is a tactic that we're going to be very happy with. And then we're going to show you the goals against Brighton, where I still played on the more defensively based system. And yeah, but we're 2-0 down here. We then get Cozier Dewberry scores from this set piece, going short from Lo Celso, finds Dewberry, and that's for Raya and in, which I'm very happy with. And then a goal here for Konsa. Elliot Lee scores 2 off the bench, which is incredible. Maybe a little lucky, but Elliot Lee side foots one home. And Elliot Lee might be the guy that just got us safety in the Premier League, and he's 2-star and has been here just as a token to play him in the Prem. Another ball inside and a good finish there over Raya as well. And that was on the positive. We then played Brighton and we went 3-0 up before conceding one late. And these are the goals in this game here. Koulibaly scoring his first goal for the football club, and the Ivorians' goal was massive. It was just 15 minutes of just pure pressure from us, and it was great. Ceravolo flick on towards Wood. Wood to Koulibaly, one touch, and into the top bin. It's a great strike. Thank you very much from the Ivorian. We then get a goal with Ceravolo at the bat stick. All 6'5" of him heads home in a game where Lo Celso was injured. And then this goal here kind of summed everything up. Koulibaly, Dewberry, good ball through to Mullin. And yes, Paul Mullin still scores goals at this level. And that was a 3-1 win that has got us safety. What that means is I'm going to come back to you guys on the final day against Bournemouth, unless we go on a losing streak here, which I do think we will lose to West Ham, Arsenal, Man City, and United and Chelsea. I do think we lose the next few games. However, I just think we have enough points on the board to be safe. Where do I think we finish? Finish 16th maybe, or 15th, depending on what happens with Leeds and Wolves. Unless Everton go win, I do not see a world where we are going to finish inside the bottom 18. I will say Fulham do have a couple of games in hand as well. And that's the one team we should be worried about, is if Fulham win their game in hand, leapfrog Everton, and then win the other game, then all of a sudden maybe we're in the relegation zone. But Fulham's next game is Man City, Arsenal, Aston Villa. If they somehow get a win out of one of those 3 games and beat Stoke and Forest, we maybe get worried. because all of a sudden they would, be on our backs if we lose every game. What I'm trying to say is the 4-2-3-1's goated. It's a system we're more than likely playing next year. I still think we played not the aggressive. We play the normal defensive one we've been using, and then play the aggressive one for games that we're favourites for or we're dominating in. And then once we become really good, move to the other 4-2-3-1. I think we're safe. I'll see you guys for Bournemouth on the final day to end the season. However, if it does get tight, tense and whatever, I'll come back and let you guys know. Things get slightly nervy. YouTube. We just played West Ham. We played very well. We lost. Fulham has just beaten Arsenal at Craven Cottage 3-0 in the league, which is not good. All of a sudden, the gap's down to 5 with 4 to play. I still think we're safe because I don't see Wolves, Stoke and Fulham all winning like 2 or 3 games out of the last 4. However, it's worth discussing. Stoke in their run home have got Man City, then Fulham in a monster game, Liverpool, Man United. So with that being said, I don't think Stoke could win 1 game and we're 4 points clear. Wolves, who are currently in safety, have got Liverpool, but then they got Leicester. City's not particularly great. Then they got Brighton, and Brighton's been a little sketchy. So they could win 2. And if they were to win 2, they would actually jump us. Right? And then Fulham have obviously got Stoke, and Villa, and Forest, and West Ham. They could win 3. Nerviness. We should be okay. But nerviness. Welcome in, YouTube. We're trying to see if we hold on against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Currently, at the moment, Stoke are losing 4-0 at Anfield, and Everton are losing to Man City, or I think so. No, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure. As Enzo finds Chilwell, could hit one from distance, does. Arthur with another save. So this has just been the Arthur show. We scored to go 1-0 up through Herman, who scored at 16 years of age. Mullin's out for the season with an injury. And Arthur is just saving everything and looks like he's going to get another 8.0 match rating if things stay as they are, which would be his second 8.0 in the last month. The guy is clutch. And I did say at the start of the season, he's the one player that will keep us up by himself because of how good he can be. We've been copping it against Chelsea, but it is what it is. It's a decent ball in, and that's probably a goal. And, well, it's 1-1. Mathematically, a point going into this game would have kept us up, but with the results that are going on, we are going to stay up. And I just want to get these guys to enjoy this game of football and see if we do hold on against Chelsea here. But knowing that at the end of 90 minutes here, we're going to be mathematically safe. I'm still going to give you the Bournemouth game, though, as the game in the YouTube episode. Going to get Elliot Lee out there to just, give him more minutes before I ship him out the door now. Elliot Lee's kind of past the point. But yeah, we looked okay. Let's go give you the goal here from Josh Herman. Concept of a ball over the top towards Pavlovic, who stood up his man very well. And got to the byline, cut one in, and Herman there at the front stick with his pace gets there before anyone else and does the job. I'm going to cancel that. We don't want to see a highlight here, really. And there's full time. We draw 1-1 against Chelsea. So mathematically, this result, no matter what would have happened across the board, would have probably got us safe. Not really. If everyone else won, then we're in trouble. But yeah, look, we've got a point now away from home against Chelsea. This 4-2-3-1 has a good habit of FMing sides. And it is the system that we're going to be building into play next year. We are in the top flight. We're mathematically there. If you have a look at points there, we're on 35. Everton are on 34. They've done well to survive. Fulham on 33. And Stoke are going to go down because their goal difference is poor unless Fulham get pumped and Stoke win on the final day. Wolves are going to go down as well. And yeah, that is big news across the board because Wolves have a decent squad and Stoke were safe for a long period of time here. They looked good. As you can talk about that, Leeds lost, we drew. Everton beat Spurs to survive. Fulham and Forest played each other and neither one of them won, which is not good for Fulham, but is enough for Fulham, you think. And Man City played Wolves, which is the reason why they got bun, and Stoke got done there as well. But what I'm trying to say is that this is big because they've got some big players. Like Nandez is a decent footballer at 31 who might have a relegation release fee. He doesn't. I'm more looking at Stoke and looking at more, where's Morales? Is he injured? Did they sell him? No, Wesley there. I'm more looking at Wesley at 30 and being like, does he have a release clause? No. I wonder if anyone at Wolves has a release clause because, they've got a decent squad too. Like Mateus Cunha, does he have a release clause? 52 mil? I know that's a lot of money, but he would be fantastic, the Brazilian. obviously. And you're looking at other players across the list here that you might know. Harry Maguire maybe to come in as a bit of experience maybe. Out Nuri at left back is only, 25 in this save and has a 40 mil release fee. Joe Gomez at 26 might have a release fee too. Doesn't. Can we search by contract and by release fee? Just trying to have a look if we can see if anyone we want to get is... Apparently we can't see the relegation release fees. I don't know about that. Konate has a 52... Karim Konate has a 52 mil release fee. Look how good he is. Don't know if we could get him. But, Pedro Neto's maybe another one at 27 that might have a release fee. 51 mil. All of a sudden, you could take some players out of this team and you'd be very, very, very happy. Fabio Silva have a release fee? Doesn't. There's some footballers in this list that you look at and just go, does McAteer have a release fee? He's actually not developed. Okay, never mind. That's the thing that we're going to look at. Mateus hasn't really developed that much in this save. It's Mateus? It's not even Mateus, is it? Marash. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. They're going down. Obviously, Forest are just horrid, but Morgan Gibbs-White we might be able to pinch, and he's not bad in the hole, but doesn't have a release fee. But yeah, look, we're safe. We're going to see these guys for Bournemouth, where I'm going to rotate slightly and give some people some games here. But what a season. We weren't looking good. The 4-2-3-1 has saved us. See these guys for Bournemouth on the final day. See if we can win our final game in the season. And if we were to win and Leeds don't, we could actually jump into 14th, which would be a really good year. Okay, YouTube, final day of the season, but I've got some good news to report. Our under-21s, where are they? Have won the under-21 title. As you can see here, they finished second, tied on points, but on goal difference against Norwich, and then they won their semi-final and their final. I will say, in the semi and in the final, I did put out a very strong side. As you can see, Noah Hay, Thomas O'Connor, Josh Lorien, who's leaving for 9.5 million, Amari Benjamin, Savolo, Wood, Herman. The main reason for doing that is because I need them to go up to help development of future intakes, and obviously getting our younger players to play at a higher level. So they've got promoted from Division 3, which was one of the goals of the save. The other goal of the save was to get my 18s boys up, and they got up comfortably. They ended up being champions of the Northwest Division. They did not lose a game. They went invincible and got 112 goals and 80 points, which means that we do have both the 18s and the under-21s going up next season, which should help us increase our youth level, because we're also doing our facilities at the moment. We go to Club Info or Club Vision, and we go to the board. As you can see here, we're expanding the ground as well, up to 21,000 seaters. We're going to fill in all the ends, improving the training facilities and increasing the youth level, and that's going to be aided by our obviously our teams going up a division as well. Final day here, we're going to go in. Noah Hay isn't going to play because we just played him in the under-21s game. So Volo's also not 100%, so I'm actually going to get Alan Wood a game. Alan Wood looks pretty decent. He can go in there. Herman played a little bit, but that should be fine. And I think that's going to be the team that goes out there here for the final day. Varol might make the bench here too. Yeah, I'm going to give Varol on the bench and rest Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips is getting a bit older. Give all the guys there. I will say Josh Herman has started to get downward arrows, maybe because we've been playing him so much in the Prem, and maybe he shouldn't be playing this much, but it is what it is. Apparently Allen, by the way, has the same goalkeeper as me. I'll tell you what, he's pretty good. Now, I have gone in and put in for Nat Chassing Shanholm to give him his debut as well. He's got 5-star potential. That's just to keep him happy. I do plan on playing him in cup games, etc. I mean, our team gets better, but obviously our team isn't in a good enough state where we can rotate. Final game of the season, though, we've got some players out there, and, Bournemouth were fighting for Europe and have lost the last few games, so I don't think they will be. Bit of a misty fog out there in this game. I'm just glad we're up. I'm just glad that it's got to the final day and we're not stressing out or anything. There was a large period we looked like we're going to go down this year. We lost to all the teams below us on the table this season, which is not usually a good thing, but here we are. And Solanke heads, and in the end, that is a save and a half from the Thai international keeper on his debut. That was a great save to keep it off from going in the back of the net, that looping header. And yeah, that's a good ball to Lee Kagin. Solanke was there, cleared by Consa. Would have obviously played Cunnington in this game, but he got suspended against Man United. And yeah, we played really, really well against West Ham as well, YouTube, where we dominated but lost 2-1. We had more possession and better XG. But yeah, this is a game where I'm going to play a bit more of the kids. Don't particularly care too much about the result here. You know, there is some prize money at stake if we were to win or something like that. But yeah, I'm also going to do this too. And the reason for doing this is because why not? It's the final day of the season. I'm going to go into the more aggressive system just to give you guys a little bit more. Also have to say Pavlovic, I'm glad we brought him in. Look at the development on him so far. That's pretty good. But there must be a bug because I keep pressing for these guys to send them the language course. They never do, which is odd. But anyway, hopefully that now puts him on doing that. We move to the more aggressive 4-2-3-1. You've got to see this team knock the ball around pretty well now. And Pavlovic, good ball in looking for Herman, doesn't find him. Scott, picked up by Koulibaly, Dewberry, Moriba, Pavlovic. That's a save and a half. No, it wasn't. I thought it was a fingertips from Katker in net. It wasn't. Fulham are losing. Leeds are actually getting a point here against City. That would have been interesting. But I don't have to look at the results and whatever. They're back losing anyway. What it does mean, though, if Leeds do lose and we win, we do jump them in the table. So come on, boys. Let's go out there and do it. West Ham beating Fulham means they won't jump us. Does mean, technically speaking, Stoke win by enough goals and Fulham get battered by enough goals. There's some, there could be a 7-point swing there. I doubt that. It's a 3-point swing there. 3-goal swing there. 0-0 at half-time, though. I'm happy with the amount of shots that we're having here at half-time. It's got some decent people on the bench to bring on to try and change the course of this game. I don't mind too much. I'm just glad we're dominating. Wood looks dead, so Volo's probably going to come on, but, he's a bit unfit from the under-21 title that they won yesterday. Moriba to whip in a corner. We got some height in there. He doesn't beat the first man, though. Dewberry. Moriba's got time to get into the box. Alex finds a Riga. Finds Koulibaly. He knows how to hit him from distance. Ashby can beat a man on the outside. He does. He goes for goal and straight at keeper. Straight at the keeper. Should have cut it, but he didn't. 60-odd minutes played. I am going to make some changes now. And your changes are going to be Elliot Lee to come and play his last game for the club. He's been fantastic, mate. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist at 6.7. He's been fantastic. I just think that we could sell him here at 32 years of age and get some decent money. Saravoto's going to come in. Pavlovic has had a good time of it. I'm going to get Varel in just to give him some minutes here as well. I think it's important to give players minutes. Goodiabi hasn't played many minutes himself, so I'm actually going to get Moriba off and Goodiabi's going to come in. Still think he's pretty decent, just don't know what role we would ever play him in. Put him on a defensive midfield and support. Prefer him to play in his preferred role. And Udogi's going to come in because it's important for him to develop this season. He hasn't really. Might be a bit of a late bloomer, but Destiny Udogi, very good footballer. And in he comes. 70 minutes played. We've been the better side here. 64% possession. And this is why I want to move into this sort of system moving forward. I still play the other system, the more balanced system next season to help us stay up. But if we're going to get comfortable, we'll then play this system and make this the more of the main system. Time ticks away, though. I wish I could say I was going to give you goals on the final day, but unfortunately, it's looking like a 0-0 draw. And that, even though we had 63% of the ball and 13 shots, I should say not 13% of shots, 13 shots, not a goal. We looked good, and I'm happy with that. We didn't lose on the final day. We drew to Chelsea in this run home. I'm very happy. That's fine. We finished behind Leeds, by a couple of points. Finished ahead of Everton, though. That's the main thing. We finished 15th in our first season. I'm very happy with that. I think that is a fantastic achievement to not get relegated with the squad we had. And we look like getting relegated for a long while. We get 14 mil. Liverpool crowned champions over Man City on goal difference. Love to see it. We get 14 mil for that. We get 800k paid out across the board because we didn't get relegated as well for our finish. And what that means in the finances, we've got 46 mil, 15 mil, we've got 24 mil project, 24 mil at the moment for budget. I'm going to stay live here until we can see our guaranteed budget for next year because we haven't been given it yet. And if we have been, I've completely missed it, which is a possibility. No budget. There we go. Just going to make sure we have got Koulibaly learning the language which he has been, which is good. And we're going to see if there's a budget or something like that comes up here, because I want to let you guys know how much money we do have to spend. I'm going to guess they're going to give me the same amount of money that's in there now, 24 mil. So we'll give it the next few days. Forward set budget. Beautiful. It's nice when it actually works out that way. We're the better team throughout. That's a good sign for next year. 80 million. I wasn't expecting that. Ryan Reynolds says, hey, you stayed in the Premier League. Here, have 80 million to spend. Thank you, boss. Well, you got 80 freaking million dollary-doos to spend. Oh, there is some signings that we're going to go through for next season. And with that being said, on a light bombshell, I'll see you guys next year for another season in the Premier League. We're going to look to build a team, and we're going to aim to finish better than 15th. I want to get away from the relegation fight and get a team that's good enough to go, you know what, with 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, very, very solid, and then look from there to build a springboard towards getting in towards the top half. With that being said, what a season. It was a bit of fun. It was a bit of stress, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and goodbye.